Hi, Tommy. You want to go in? You want to go in, Tommy? Mommy's fixing to go live on YouTube. You want to go in, Tom? Good morning. Hi, Magenta. I hope you're doing well. I know I'm in the shadow, but it helps me to be able to see chat. We'll just be outside for a minute while I'm smoking. Good morning, East Coastin. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Good to see ya. I know you can't see me very well. I'm in the shadow, but like I was just telling Magenta, it helps me see your chat. Show you the side of the house. You have multiple sclerosis and you're going through, your lungs are starting to go. Magenta, honey, I have remitting relapsing multiple sclerosis. I'm very sorry to hear that you are not doing well. Really sorry to hear that, sweetheart. Are you, well, I don't want to see, honey. I was going to ask if you're secondary progressive. I bet I have my hand over the microphone, don't I? You have the same, you're on oxygen, baby. I'm so sorry. Everything you can, honey. I know, preaching to the choir, do everything you can to take good care of yourself. Yeah, East Coast, and multiple sclerosis is not much fun, and not that any. You're only 47. Honey, how old were you, Magenta, when you were diagnosed, if you don't mind me asking? I don't want to pry. I think I was 53. It's been a while. I got a couple of things lined up for us. You help on talking to somebody about it. You don't have anybody. Oh, honey. Look. Magenta, honey, if you can find me on Facebook, to be honest with you now, and y'all know I'm brutally honest. Let me put this cigarette out. Magenta, if you find me on Facebook and do the instant message thing, we can chat on instant message. Everybody knows I'm really bad about not checking messages and stuff, honey, so I can't honestly, Magenta, offer myself to you as a constant go-to, honey, but, you know, and people will think we're crazy because our symptoms are weird, honey. So I'm just kind of chilling and chatting and seeing if a few more show up. Let me set you babies down. Doing the Wi-Fi again, trying that. And kind of hanging loose to see if we hopefully have some mods show up. I did let the mods know. Well, I gotta go down. But Magenta, honey, you're gonna start Capitan and on, and that. Oh, Hi, Daily Wonder. No, darling, I'm not a crocheter. I do embroidery. Um, hi, single mom of four. Love you too, honey. This is ultra long, if this is why you're asking. This was a practice piece by uh, a friend, and I loved the color, and so give it to me. You can turn a little more light on. But what I was saying is, I want to wait until maybe we have some mods in, and I did let them know. Daily Wonder, I am. Thank you, East Coast, and it is pretty, isn't it? Daily Wonder, I am a color person. If you've ever seen anything that I've done when we're in the kitchen, my dishes are Fiesta ware. I love color. Hi, Aletta. Uh, Magenta, if you see that Aletta is letting us know that there are support groups for those of us that have multiple sclerosis. I'm not in any of them, so I can't recommend one, but you might try that as well, honey. I've been thinking about finding, I've never done a support group. I'm a loner, y'all. I'm a lone wolf. And I don't really do groups well. Thank you, Single Mama 4. I don't know why. I've just always been kind of a loner. And but I have been thinking about finding, just as some personal conversation while we're kind of getting reacquainted with each other. Hi, Carrie. Thank you for coming, darling, and thank you for dropping that link. I've been thinking about finding a support group for um, what would I caregivers of stroke survivors. Hi, Vestiges. Welcome. Welcome, darling. Um, because I've realized here a little bit lately that I would get kind of down and I wouldn't realize, I don't really get down unless there's like something going on. And I realized with some self analyzation that it's because my husband has had stroke. And it will be a year in May. And just our regular family doctor that Bob goes to for his checkups told us that it would take, yeah, Magenta stress is, yeah, it's one of our big enemies, honey. Hi, Kim. I'm sorry you didn't get notification, baby. They say sometimes if you unsub and then resub. Hi, Janica. I think we need more light. I never can get the light right. Of course, y'all know I don't. Oh, to heck with it. I don't have, all that stuff. So, but anyway, yeah, I realized the other day that our doctor, I missed you guys too. I needed a couple of days off, honey, and I've been really deep into research. Our doctor told us that it would be a year before we knew what the new normal for us is. And Bob is really plateaued. I don't want to deep dive on this and go way off into it, but honestly, I haven't talked to anybody about it other than letting y'all know that he had stroke. But I that once in a while I get down because it's different. It's different. New things to. Bob's always been really active and had a lot of side jobs that require him going down on the river and working alone, climbing ladders and stuff like that. So, like, we had some limbs on the barn. So yesterday I hired the neighbor boy while Bob was at work, and I didn't let him know till he got home because I don't want him to climb. So anyway, that's uh, personal stuff, but y'all are my friends, and I don't mind telling you some things like that. Kim is saying their youngest is 3 days on the potty chair. Hi, Aquama. Thank you for coming to mod. Y'all, it's been decades since I have had one since I've even had a potty chair in the house. Hi, Vet Girl RWB. Thanks for coming, hon. We're kind of just catching up here these first few minutes. I haven't been on live for several days, although y'all may have noticed that I did do some uploads. But yeah, I took Sunday off like completely. I don't think I even did an upload on Sunday. I honestly don't remember. And yesterday, if you saw the upload, then you would know that I just really needed to pay attention to some things around the house and outside, especially after the ice storm and whatnot. Plus, we did lose the internet. I mean, I could have had my phone, but it would have just been me jacking my jaws. But we lost the internet for, I don't know, 24 or a little more hours. And most of it was during the middle of the night, I think so. But, okay. Well, y'all saw I had no particular topic than let's catch up or, let's chat. I guess we're all aware of the planned search yesterday. I've been trying to find anything this morning that might let us know if search is continuing today. Does anyone know? I have not been able to find anything this morning. If TBI or Hawkins County Sheriff's Department has let us know if the search is continuing. Carrie says there's another search today. Okay, sweetie. Carrie, honey, is it on WJHL that they've talked about it, or what, baby? Not that I'm going to keep y'all with looking at. I mean, we know there's a search going on. I did pull up the map again in case we wanted to look at it. I was looking at proximity to 110 Ben Hill Road. If they're searching at, hi, Tennessee Southern Hill. Glad you're here, baby doll. Single Mama of 4 says she is local, and yes, they are searching. Thank you, Single Mama of 4. Carrie says, Michelle After Dark, she believes, shared a tweet, and Vet Girl RWB is saying that TBI has shared. Yesterday, reportedly, the search was at Fields Road and Bell Road. Good morning, Law Ann Weller. Let's see, I've got the map pulled up here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I was looking at hi, Sleuth Mom. Sleuth Mom, honey, did you see that I tagged you a channel? I think it's Thunder Sky is the channel that put up the endangered child alert, Sleuth Mom, and so I shared it on my community tab, and I tagged you just in case. Daily Wonder, I'm so glad they're searching again. And in a couple of chats last night, okay, Kim is saying that Scott H has shared it too. Awesome. Thank you, Sleuth Mom. Awesome. Janica is saying, seems like Candace isn't worried about it from what I've seen about the search. My Lord, I don't understand. Janica, I don't understand either. She's usually on channels, well, no, I guess she's always on channels that I don't sub to. So I literally have to go and search. And I have, oh, Sleuth Mom, your notice just popped up on my screen. Endangered Child Alert, Kelly, Stafford, Tennessee. Thank you, Sleuth Mom. So I have to search for Candace, and I've realized that most of this type of activity takes place later in the evening. So I've kind of started a practice of having a nap so that I can stay up late after dinner, have, clean up the kitchen, have some coffee, and then kind of peruse some of these channels like Benny's and I can't think who else actually I saw her on. Cracking Cases, we saw her there the other day. I don't understand why we've all talked for 8.5 months about what we would do if it was me, if it were me. What else, where else can we come from except our own personal perspective? Babies, I'm going to take my eyes off chat for the Jamie Guys channel too. That's right. Yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but yes, that's right. Okay, I'm going to take my eyes off of chat for a minute. So think. Where else, thank you, Sleuth Mom, for sharing the post. Where else can we come from except our own personal point of view? Where else can we come from except, hi Smashville, predators of Predator Hunter Nation? Because we relate to others' life experiences, relate to them through our own life experiences. I've never had a child go missing. So I have to envision what that might be like, and through the envisioning allow myself, not for very long because it hurts, but allow myself for a little while to let the envisioning become a feeling. Y'all, if I were in Candace Wells' shoes, I would be calling TBI and Ronnie Lawson, or the detective at Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, every single day. Likely more than once a day. I would literally be boots on the ground searching. Literally searching. I would not be drunk. I would not be high. I would be focused on the task at hand, that task being, I have a child missing. And I have to find my child. I have to. Even if the search feels or seems futile. Well, TBI doesn't seem to find it futile. So, back to your comment, darling. I don't understand either. Why was she surprised or taken aback or whatever the verb might be that they were searching yesterday? Why didn't she know? Well, I would think that the answer to that would be obvious because she's not staying in touch with TBI regarding the disappearance of her daughter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Evidently, she hasn't asked law enforcement, please stay in touch with me. Please call me and let me know what's going on. If you don't call me, I'm going to call you. So I don't understand. Hi, Robin. Kim, honey, with my eyes off chat, I've missed what has happened. Let's see. Let me clear off. One of our viewers sent me an instant message. Sorry about the hand over the screen, but I want to take that. It was right over our chat. Kim, you were treated poorly in a chat. Vet girl, it's 1.5 months since she's really. How can you go a month and a half? These people. Hi, MB. Feel like anybody that's had her on their channel was. Let me scroll back down, honey. Honey, I'm sorry. The chat keeps jumping. MB, I'm trying to see. Has talked over this and has not asked the right questions while she's there. MB, I think you have a very good point. If I personally, as a retired investigative journalist, if I really don't want to talk to any of these people. Y'all know who I mean when I say these people. But if I were going to pick one to talk to, it would be Candace. And I would have an entirely different set of questions for her than I have heard. It would be difficult because I am jaded. Hi, Jean's Journey. I am jaded, openly so, in my opinion of Candace. So I struggle to be objective. So it would be tough. But I would not only have an entirely different set of questions, not entirely different, but a very different set. I would shut my trap and allow her not only the time to give that initial response, but when you ask someone a question, especially if they don't know the question is coming, the initial response may be short or a knee-jerk reaction or something. You want to stay quiet and give them time to think. And I don't mean think to come up with their story or their lie or their line of baloney. No, give them a moment to gather their thoughts. And try not to put words in their mouth. So, Kim, honey, I'm still missing it because I keep taking my eyes off of chat. But MB, you do have a very good point. And thank you for letting me be honest about, as ridiculous as it sounds, how I feel about someone I have never met. It's But I'm glad that you brought that out, and I think you're right. Kim, honey, I'm still missing what happened. And thank you, Carrie. Carrie, you are so good at dropping links and helping people connect if they need someone to connect with, baby. I appreciate it so much. So, hi, Lulu. We're just kind of talking. Kim, see, Vet Girl saying, never seen you be disrespectful. Kim, I see you. Kim, you and I are in a lot of different live chats together, and I have never, ever seen you be rude or out of line or anything. I find you, Kim, to be reasonable and balanced, honey. I guess maybe, there are some chats, I don't know if this is your circumstance, but there are some chats that we go into, and if we have a different point of view, no matter how respectfully we may present it, baby, y'all know this, we're not accepted. We're timed out, or we're blocked, or which, and I really don't like to do that here, because I do want to keep us open to all kinds of thoughts, not only on summer, but anything we're talking about. But I don't like, because we do, and y'all know this, I'm preaching to the choir, but because we talk about some dang serious stuff over here, I just don't like assholes coming into our chat and being rude to any of y'all. If they're rude to me, then because y'all love me, you feel like you've got to take up for me in the chat, and it just derails the whole shooting match. And it's a waste of your time, it's a waste of my time, and we ain't got the time. So that's why, hi, Ruby Pearl. It's good to see you, darling. I know, Ruby. There's just, babies, if we were a gossip channel or a crama or drama or the different genres, yes, Robin, Summer Moon Wells. But I can get gossipy. Try not to. Y'all know I'm not a Bible thumping or praying woman, but now listen here, the Bible does talk about the role of older women. And whether or not we're a Christian, or regardless of what our faith may be, or if we don't have one, good advice and common sense is good advice and common sense to me, to my way of thinking, no matter where it comes from. And one of the things that I have found in the scriptures, the Holy Scriptures, is the Lord talking about the role of older women. Actually, it was Paul in his writings talking about, or maybe it was Timothy, don't hold me to that, writing about the role of older women. Now, in the church, but let's apply that to life. I'm 70 years old. Am I setting a good example for y'all, if you're younger than me, referring back to this scripture? It talks about that the older women should not gossip, that older women should stay off of the wine or stay light with the wine, in other words, don't be getting drunk and stupid. And basically to clothe yourself in modesty, which of course is like a figure of speech for your demeanor and how you conduct yourself. So whether we're Christians or not, or whatever our belief system might be, those are wise words to me for an older woman. And there's somebody in your life, honeys, that you're an older person too. Even if you're 21, which I doubt that you are, because my demographics on my analytics show most of you are between like 47 and 65. And most of you are female. But even if you're just 21, darling, there's somebody younger than you. And don't ever think that people aren't looking at what you're doing and how you act and what you say. They do. Even at the grocery store, people will notice, even if they don't know you, they notice how you act when you're in the checkout line. If you're rude or if you're nice. Y'all see what I'm getting at. I'm not a preacher, and I don't want to get on that soapbox. I'm just trying to point out that I'm working to get more, I guess, and more in touch with, I'm an old lady. And so when I go on a rant, I want to be a little bit more responsible about how I present it, and I do want to stay away from gossip, and that's kind of what started this. So, I don't know, I'm kind of just, hi Sarah May. I'm just kind of rambling now. But, I don't understand why Candace does like she does. I just don't. I can't wrap my head around it. I was glancing over at our bulletin board. Let me flip the camera and show y'all. Since we're just having a little chat here, we may not even get to anything that I was thinking about looking at, because I do have a little bit of a sore throat. Okay, darlings, here's our bulletin board. And there are a few changes since you saw it last. The how page is up and totally blank. It is our last step in our who, what, where, when, why, how, in the case of missing 6-year-old Summer Moon Utah Wells. We are going to get there. Hi Anna, I've just really got to be ready emotionally. Y'all know how I get with this raw passion. Okay, here are the changes that were made 3 days ago by me on our what. I need to fill this out a little bit more, but what you see here is, if you'll remember, this list of what might have happened to Summer, we compiled during a live when y'all put your ideas and your scenarios in the live chat, and I wrote them down in our spiral notebook for Summer. Then I transferred them to this paper to go up on our bulletin board. Now, if it was an accident that was covered up or murder, we've only got, as best as we can tell, from about 3:09 p.m. on June the 15th until around 6 p.m. or a little thereafter. That's 3 hours, give or take. I'm not saying that there was absolutely no, I'm not a detective. I am not in law enforcement. I never have been. I have worked closely with law enforcement, but not as law enforcement. Okay. But to my way of thinking, until the search yesterday, and that's why I said I need to fill this in some more. Because until yesterday, the search at Field and Bell Road in the Beach Creek area, to my way of thinking, That 3-hour, give or take window, there was no time to dispose of Summer's body. There was also no time to plan, because if it was an accident or a non-premeditated murder, there was no plan in place, right? Does that make sense? So that was the way I was thinking. But the location of the search yesterday at Field and Bell Roads, when we look at the Google map, what is almost right there at that junction? The church that Candace Bly says she drove to the evening of June the 15th. It's almost right there, y'all. Okay. But we still have accident murder on our what happened to Summer Wells, because they have not been ruled out by law enforcement. This is different. Now, perhaps I should take out the word eliminated and put in ruled out. They are synonymous, but they are not exactly the same. And you know how picky I can get about words. But I marked through this, darlings, because TBI says there's no sign of abduction, and there has been no ransom note, no ransom call, no ransom text, so that eliminates kidnapped. We still have the trafficked, familial trafficking, and perhaps not returned, question mark. Wandered away, got lost, okay? This one remained the way we had it because TBI is moving, they keep bringing this up, that there is, I believe, I don't want to say I'm quoting, but pretty close, there's a strong possibility that Summer wandered away. If so, she could have fallen down somewhere out in the woods, like an old cistern, an old well, down a cave, down a sinkhole of some sort, a mine shaft, we don't know. Or got lost, but the dogs have not, and searchers, never found hide, hair, fingernail, not a shred of fabric, nothing, except footprints. So we've got that. That's got to stay up. Was she sold? By sold, we're not talking trafficked. Trafficked is exactly what it says. Traffic moves. She would have been moved out, brought back. Moved out, brought back. Sold is a permanent term. For whatever reason. To be trafficked and pimped by another, to be sold on the dark web, sold to someone who could give her a better life, sold because you have a drug debt that you've got to pay off. Lots of different could be with sold. This has changed. I did it this way. I did the strike mark so you could see that what we did have there was abduction. But I changed it to disappearance. In my way of thinking, it makes more sense. Planned disappearance, not planned abduction. Planned disappearance, let's see, that would entail just speculation, mere speculation. Summer is getting ready to start school where there are mandated reporters. So we have got to get her out of here and somewhere else. So we've got to make arrangements with somebody, and she disappears. There is the possibility that if she wandered down the driveway, or down the dog trail, or down the bike trail, there's the possibility that she was on the road and perhaps struck by an innocent passing motorist who panicked, perhaps, picked her up and put her in the car, and from there we don't know. So we still have our huge list of who's. I've added these two since the last time I showed y'all this list. Sonia Sessions is Don's full-blooded sister. Don Wells III is Don Wells' son, who is a registered sex offender in my state, which is Arkansas. To the best of my, that I've been able to find out research-wise, he now lives in Ogden, Utah. He is married, has a family, and from what I can find out, he's doing just fine. But, and these are the post-it notes on Summer Moon Utah Wells case. Y'all, we're going to get to that who eventually. And I appreciate y'all having been patient with me getting there. I mean the how, not the who. It's one of them babies where we're going to have to dedicate the entire live stream to it. Let me see how much power I got. Okay, I'm down to 46%. Let me sit y'all down so I'm not bouncing you around. Beg your pardon. I got a tickle in my throat. So that's where we are with our bulletin board. That's another thing I've done while I haven't been on live. Oh, let's see. I did get StreamYard set up. I did go through the tutorial so that I've set my colors, created my avatar, learned how to have my live chat set up and running, saw where the commands are for screen share and all of that business, did the little trial run, not a live, but it's like a pretend thing that you can do. And, got my little options chosen for the banner across the bottom and whatnot. But the microphone on the webcam, it was just, Bob paid $9, y'all, for this little webcam at a place here in town called Dealz, D-E-A-L-Z, and it's one of them stores where they go and they buy stuff that maybe people bought it and then they returned it. The camera works great, but the microphone either does not work or there's a problem in the jack of my PC. I'm hoping that the microphone on the camera does not work. That's a lot easier to deal with. And one of our viewers, because Isaiah never got back in touch with me and never came through, one of our viewers got a hold of me and offered me, y'all, a brand new 1080p webcam for free, and she's going to send it to me. She's been having a rough couple of days. It's one of our regular viewers, and she's often in our chat. But she's, hi, Radio Gods. But she's, I know, Anna, I know. Hi, Superior Dreams 19. Y'all are so loving and generous to me. Like, you know, the earrings, the mug, Bob helping me out with stuff without being asked to, and Jean, I'm just going to go ahead and say her name. She even gave me a choice. She had 2 of them. They're brand new. So anyway, she, yeah, Jean's Journey, how do you set your child aside or put her aside? You know, and all that rigmarole where Joshua Diaz on the lab felt like he had to come back on because he used the wrong damn preposition. I'm not saying that prepositions aren't important. All words are important. But whether she said, set her to the side or on the side, hi, Purple Knights, hi, Funny Face Brenda, trigger warning for cussing. If you have babies in the room, or if it offends you, I'll give you a moment. I'm holding it in. Who gives a rat's ass? On the side, to the side, it means the same fucking thing. And here's my personal opinion. Candace did not just put Summer to the side or on the side or aside fucking Thursday or Friday night of last week, whatever night it was. She put Summer to the side before she was born. Summer was almost invisible in that family, in my opinion. Only time I ever see any evidence of Candace Bly giving a shit what Summer looked like or where she was or what she was doing was when she was taking pictures and videos of her to post for whatever reason. Posting a fucking picture of her in a coffin the day after she disappeared, oh my God. What the fuck? I cannot stand that woman, Candace Bly. She makes me puke in my mouth. Viewers, if you're new, hi, my name is Susan and welcome to Lip Locked No More. My channel is called Lip Locked No More because I'm no longer lip locked. I am a survivor of child sexual abuse from the age of 6 to 8 in the early 1960s. Never told a soul till I was 21 years old. Almost killed my mother when she found out. I was held hostage in my own apartment when I was 21 and raped for 8 hours. With my son, a preschooler, asleep across the hall in his room, being told by my rapist, if you make a peep, I'll kill your kid. Guy broke in my apartment while I was asleep. I woke up being raped. I was in a armed robbery where at closing time in a liquor store, my boyfriend at the time's liquor store, high-end liquor store, real fancy, high dollar stuff. Closing time. 2 guys come in, double barrel shotgun. right up under my chin, bitch up against the wall, saying to my boyfriend, give us the money or we'll blow this bitch's head off. You know what I did? I stared that motherfucker straight in the eyes. Because if he was going to blow my head off, the last thing he was going to see from me was me staring him in his fucking eyes. Then I testified against both of them in an open court of law where they were both convicted and went to prison. So on this channel, when you come to Liplock's house, you get what you get. And sometimes it gets real raw and passionate. But I do try, and mostly if you're new, babies, my mods have been with me long enough and they know me on a personal level well enough, they can kind of sense it's coming. But I have gotten to where, hi ballerina, that I try really hard to at least let you know. Because when I first started on YouTube, figs flew everywhere and nobody knew they were coming till it was too late. And I realized that some of my viewers have young people that could be in earshot. I also had viewers that it was personally offensive or hurtful to them, the language. And so I want to give you an opportunity to whoop, 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 hit the mute or change the channel or whatever. Okay, I live on Post-it notes, by the way. Y'all look. Look. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Liplock went to the Dollar General. I got me Post-it notes. Hey, that reminds me. When we were looking at the bulletin board, that one little bitty piece of Post-it note that's pinned up to the top, that's where I wrote down where Candace Bly, quote, said, I ran down the stairs. Y'all, surely we have all seen the interview room with Chris McDonough and going inside the house at 110 Ben Hill Road, where Candace then demonstrates to Chris McDonough how the way she usually says, here's how I usually do it, turns around backwards and hunches down and crawls. Yeah, Candace, you fucking ran down those stairs. Fucking liar. Anyway. Another quote from Candace Bly. The night that she announced that she no longer is in love with Donald Wells, who is or is not her husband, because from everything I can find out, they never filed the marriage license, meaning they're not legally married. That could turn out to be good, because if they're not legally married, what does that mean? They can testify against one another. But here's Candace Bly on cracking cases on the night she made that big announcement and basically told Cam to zip it and let her get this out. But this is in a little bit different part. Quote Candace Bly, that's what I was saying. No, you're not going to be playing. You're not in between. But I'm letting you know how I feel about the whole script. That made a lot of people awfully nervous. The people it made nervous are people like Benny Keys, his looking ass associates, spitting on your mama's floor. He's one of the scuzziest human beings, I swear. Disgusting does not even come close. All right, what else did I want to tell y'all? Showed you the bulletin board, talked about StreamYard, let you know that got a camera coming. Okay, I was watching Duty Ron yesterday. If you saw my upload last night, I'm Brandon Blancett here in Arkansas, over in Jonesboro, Arkansas. If you haven't, I don't usually ask my viewers to, hey, go back and watch something I did. I'm going to ask you to. It's an upload last night. Brandon Blancett, missing, Jonesboro, Arkansas. I was watching Duty Ron yesterday evening, and Twyla and David from Equisearch were on. Twyla mentioned that she is involved in church in Arkansas. Then in the live chat, someone mentioned, I sure hope somebody will look into Brandon Blancett missing in Arkansas. And I went, well, hell, I'm a YouTuber. I deal with missing children, but this is a missing person. And I've talked about like Robinson out in Arizona. So I don't think my viewers are going to get pissed off and leave me if I talk about a missing adult. Especially one that lives near down the road or up the road across in Jonesboro. So I wish would go look at that, and I really, really wish you would share it. Because it is the detailed timeline of the day Brandon went missing, and everything. The Jonesboro Police Department is being like completely transparent in this case. And it was back in October of 2021. Brandon got into a fuss with his girlfriend and walked off. Then there's stuff that happens back and forth, you know, showing up at a friend's house, going back to the girlfriend's house, so on and so forth. But this young man has not been seen since October. Very suspicious circumstances, not suspicious as in foul play, but he has a history of drug addiction, maybe has some anger management problems, maybe. And because Equisearch is involved and it's in my state and it's not getting a lot of attention, babies, if you would please help the Jonesboro, Arkansas Police Department in their investigation by sharing. If you Google, I didn't even realize it until this morning when I pulled it up. Let me see if it's still up here. Jean messaged me, the viewer I was talking about with the camera. Okay, it's still up here. Y'all, they have a Facebook page. And if y'all can share, or at least please consider helping get this name out. Let me flip the camera around. I'm getting low on power, so let me see how much have I got left. Okay, I'm at 31%. Let me flip this around, see if y'all can see this. Okay, that's Brandon Blancett. I'm not sure if it's Blancett or Blancett. You know, it's like with Shay's Safe Place and her brother. Down yonder or over yonder in Kentucky, they call it Cantrell. Up here in Arkansas, it's Cantrell. But this is, let me see if I can get this a little bit better here. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Okay. This is the Facebook page. I did make a post there last night. I'm not a member of the group. I've already told you I'm a loner. I'm not much of a group person. Hi, B-Babe. But, oh goodness. Oh, shoot fire. I got some stuff up there that y'all should, oh, holy moly. I did not know that that stuff would pop up. Shit. Babies, anybody that your stuff was standing up there, I am so sorry. I did not know that that pops up like that. And I couldn't see it around. My phone is between me and my computer screen. I am so sorry. Okay, back to highadoptionscams.com. This is Brandon D. Blancett. He was last seen October 10th of 2021. White male, brown hair, blue eyes. Now, Brandon has some, oh, what I was going to say is I did make a post. You can see here, I think you can see it. Yeah, right here. Yes, I'm married. Where I said, I just discovered your group. I posted this 11 hours ago. I posted a piece about Brandon on my YouTube channel, Lip Lock No More, because I live in Arkansas. My prayers go out to Brandon's family and friends. So anybody that might be interested in checking out the Facebook page, there is that. And it is a public group, and it's showing it has 2,400 some odd members right now. And yes, B-Babe, Candace is a piece of you-know-what. I don't have a bad enough word for her either, honey. But if you would help maybe promote this Facebook page. Now, Brandon also has, let's see, what else did I have on him? Well, I can tell you, it's while you're looking at his picture. Brandon, and it's in the video I uploaded last night. Brandon has a tattoo of a dove and roses. Shoot far, I don't want to say it wrong. But he's got a tattoo. Let me pull that up for a second, because we're going to end with something funny off of YouTube, so I want to put that up there. He has a tattoo of dove and roses. I believe it's his upper right arm, but please double check that. He may or may not have the red beard now. He does not have his wallet. He does not have a cell phone. All of those things have been turned in. Let me flip this back around for a second. Those things have all been turned in. The girlfriend, the friends, everyone apparently is being really cooperative and open and two-way street with the Jonesboro Police Department. As I've already said, EquiSearch is involved. Hi, Esther. And from the reports that I read from the Jonesboro Police Department, babies, Brandon was not in his right state of mind. He was under the influence of something on the 10th. So at this point, we just don't know, and I'll find out more. I have not done any research in the last 3 days on Serenity and McKinney, nor on Kennedy Hoyle, other than letting y'all know that they did lay Danielle Hoyle to rest, the mother that was shot in the head by Brandon Isabel, the father of Kennedy Hoyle, who was 2 days old when he threw her into the Mississippi River. Her body has not been recovered at the last report. Michael Monkey Vaughn, the interview room with Chris McDonough, as well as the lab with Joshua Diaz, and several other channels. Our Trixie Star's channel is doing some, let's see, Crime Lines and Lies. As a matter of fact, I think her live this morning was on Michael Monkey Vaughn. And I do little pieces on him here and there, but there are bigger channels that have better tools and they can do a better job on some of the cases, honey. Honeys, there's more than one of you here. I always recommend Sleuth Mom for the real hardcore particulars, and the Look of My Life and Arctic Fox True Crime, all channels that deal with missing children, and they are reliable. I hope that you did see the video that I did not want to make the other night, unsub from Moms for the Missing. What a heartbreak. And as I said in that video, it's people like that that put a stain on people like me and Arctic Fox and Sleuth Mom and anybody, Mountain Girl 212, any of us that's trying to help. Scott H. Ziggy tries to help. Even though she's a trauma channel, at least she's honest about it. Serious channels trying to help, and then you get somebody like that woman, Joe, coming up and manipulating and using trustworthy people to get her foot in the door and then being discovered. It's no wonder the average viewer feels like they can't trust any of us when you got assholes like that. If you're going to be an asshole on YouTube, would you please go deal with something other than missing human beings? Please? There has got to be 100 million fucking subjects that a person can go on YouTube and have a channel about where it doesn't fucking matter. But when you're talking about missing babies and missing children and runaway teenagers and foster homes and CPS and the failure of CPS and the fuck, go talk about something else if you're not going to be real. Yes, Gigi, I'm sorry, y'all. There I go again. Fortunately, we're going to run out of power. But I want to play you something funny. I just now saw this channel first time this morning. And I know I usually end with a song, or, that's not what I wanted. I usually end with a song or a funny story. But, hi Aggie. But Anna, yes, baby's life. Sorry, the laugh and looking at Anna's chat overlapped very inappropriately. 3 broken hearts, babies' lives matter. The laughter was about the channel I'm fixing to show you. Now, I put a comment in The Stand. I put a comment, I want to share this on my channel, and I don't have a reply. I'm going to risk it. Since I'm not monetized, and Ziggy played it on her live stream last night, overnight, and that's where I saw it watching the rewatch this morning. Okay, if you don't know who Ernie Shell is, this is going to be absolutely meaningless to you. If you do know who Ernie Shell is, this is so effing funny. This channel, and I'll put a link in the description below. Yes, Kim, he is, but Kim, this is funny. Baby, this is funny. All right, this channel is called The Stand. And I am subscribed. Let me flip the camera. Janica, I know, honey, but now, y'all, this is funny. Now, what's going to happen here on this channel called The Stand, a young man is going to come on here, and he is going to do a parody. Honey, it's okay. It's all right if you like Ernie. Listen, hi, Shorty Small. Hi, Lisa Irwin. Look, Ernie obviously, well, I say obviously, I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist. I shouldn't say obviously. It appears that Ernie needs some help. Sorry, the camera's falling over. Honestly, I worry about the kid. But for the sake of just being silly for a minute. Okay. On this channel, The Stand, let me get this out before I run out of power. Okay. He's going to come on and pretend, I think he calls himself Bernie Smells, okay? Y'all, now like I said, if you don't know who Ernie Shell is, this is not going to make any sense to you. But let's see. I hope I've got the volume up. Let me see if what happens here.
Further ado, welcome to the show. He likes to make it look like this.
Wait for it. Come on. Let me advance it just a little bit. No, here he comes.
At all costs. Wow. Wow. Betty Keys, I'm going to bring you to your knees. Wow. The poet didn't know it. Poon, I'm going to cunt you down like a coon. Because we, the people, I forget the rest. Tina lost another tooth.
Is that a tooth? Or
Dank, dank, booty stank. I'm coming for you. One phone call. Doug, AB, Jimbo, Kemper. One phone call. You got till Friday. At all costs. Copy. Knocked my hat.
I've got to pause it because I just got the low battery warning. Dang it.
Too easy, guys. Too easy. Too easy.
Too easy. Too easy, guys.
I'm working with the FBI down at the border. If you don't believe me, watch this. I'm going to show you this right here. Watch.
Oh, please.
Get this here.
Y'all, we're frozen
Screenshot
up.
this. Screenshot.
Dang nabbit. Babies, let me flip it.
We won't have any new phone
Honeys,
calls.
I'm sorry.
Nah, those will have to wait for tomorrow.
Let me flip it back around. We're freezing up. We're out of battery. Y'all, I'm going to put it. I'm going to have to say goodbye, babies. But I'm going to put it, and I know you can't even see me now. You're looking at the closet door. Hang on. Battery's so low it didn't want to flip around. I'm going to put the link in the description below. The channel is called The Stand. The character is called Bernie Smells. I would love, okay, the timestamp starts at 1:41, okay? Darlings, I love you. Totally frozen up. We've got to go. I love you so much. And I tell you to behave yourselves, but why waste my breath and your time? You're going to misbehave anyway. Have fun doing it, but be safe. I love you. And now I got to go. Love you. Love you, love you.